Oh, I better sign off then.
All right, 15, let's start there. Oh, so those of you joining us, I'm just saying this for the people I'm recording for. Unit 7, Section 4B. Okay, number 15, we'll start all the way at the bottom. So we have parenthesis, -7 root 2 plus 5 root 7n, close parenthesis, parenthesis, 5 root 2n minus 4 root 7n, close parenthesis. Okay, Eli, which, do you use box or distributed, or foil?
And I think I like the box.
All right, let's do box then. All right.
And I think, and didn't we use the FOIA method last semester?
Yeah, we did. And again, it was a choice. You could use box or foil. So it's kind of up to you. Yeah?
Are you able to do the foil box method?
The foil box method?
Or do the box and the foil?
Oh yeah, I can do that. Let me start with box and then I'll do foil.
Okay.
Okay? So here's the box method. All right.
Oh, and Mrs. K.
Yeah.
And can you move the iPad a tad up?
Up?
Yeah.
This
Sorry.
way? There.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to put -7 root 2 plus 5 root 7n. And then on the top, I'm going to 5 root 2n minus 4 root 7n. Hopefully I left enough room for this. Okay, so I kind of do a little bit of work inside the boxes too, if you're a box person. So outside times outside here is going to be -35. That I'm just going to do, if I can do it pretty quickly in my head. But the inside I'm going to leave. So I have a 2, and an n. So I'm just going to leave them for now. Okay, then the next box is going to be outside times outside. So that's -7 times -4. So that's a positive 28 on the outside. And on the inside, I have the 2, the 7, and the n. Okay, now next one, outside times outside is 5 times 5, so that's 25. And on the inside, I have a 7, an n, a 2, and an n. Okay?
And so it would be 7 times n, times 2, and times n.
Yeah, 7, because I got the 7n from here.
Uh-huh.
And then I got the 2n from here. So I have a 7n and a 2n. Okay? And then the next one is 5, positive 5 times -4. So that's -20. And again, on the inside, I have a 7n from here, from this, the lower left hand. And then I have a 7n from above. So that's the 7n. And now I have to go back and I have to do any jailbreaks that need to occur. I'm giving Eli a minute because I'm trying to do this where I can actually see your faces a little bit. Are you good?
Yeah.
All right. So in the top left-hand box, I see there's a set of 2's that can escape. What happens to the 2 that escapes in the 35? What do we do with those 2?
Wouldn't you, if I'm wrong, and would you put it in the right lower box? Or no?
Oh no, it just goes right here. We're just simplifying this box.
Oh, that's not okay.
So what we have in this box is negative 70 root 2.
I don't know what I was thinking.
It's okay. I kind of made that question like, guess what I'm trying to get you to say? That's not right. What did I do wrong?
Oh.
The n is left behind,
And
not the
we're
2.
supposed to put the n.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. In the next box, there's no escape. Nothing can escape here. So we're just left with 28 root 14n. Okay. In the next, the lower left box, we have 2 n's. So they can make a jailbreak. Something horrible happens, only one of them makes it out, and left behind is the 7 times 2. So that final box there is 25n root 14. I really hate this problem because it doesn't simplify down nicely. Okay, and then in that last box, we actually have 2 jailbreaks that can occur. We have the 7s, they can come out. And we have the n's that they can come out. So negative 20. Go ahead.
Sorry. And so what? And so what is left behind?
Nothing. So what happens to the jail when nothing's left behind?
Oh.
It goes away.
And it collapses.
Exactly. So we have a 7.
Yeah.
And an
I think
n.
You said that.
Yep, that's what I said.
In one of your videos, it collapses.
It collapses. It's like the prison just falls apart. There's nobody left.
Yeah.
And so we're left here with 140n. Now, I'm a little confused by all the numbers, so I'm going to go through and I'm just going to put a circle around what I'm actually trying to look at here. So I'm looking at this number. Is there any square roots of n that can go with that? There isn't.
And would it be the 28 14?
No, because of the 14. They have to be exactly the same, so it's not. So that just goes there. This doesn't have anything either. Even though there's a 14 under the radical, there's no 14n. So that doesn't have, this is why I don't like this problem, it's yucky. Is 28 root 14n. Okay, down here, this can't go with anything either. So that's just plus 25n root 14. And then this one here can't go with anything either. So that's negative 140n. So that's my answer. I hate it, but that's the simplified answer. Nothing combined, nothing could go away.
And so plus 25n is square root of
14. Oh, can you not see it? There. Is that better?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you just have to tell me because I'm trying to keep it so I can see you guys' faces, but then I can barely see this up in the right-hand corner. So, Holly, do you want to do a different one or do you want me to do the same one using foil?
I mean, if you want.
Okay. You want me to do 15 and foil it this time? Yes? Okay. We're going to do 15 and foil it. So we'll come out with the same answer. We're just going to do it in a different way. So negative 7 root 2 plus 5 root 7n times 5 root 2n minus 4 root 7n. Okay. Remember, it's first, foil is first, outside, inside, last. Okay? So, I'm going to do first times first. So that's negative. Now, you might be able to skip a step, but I'm just going to write the steps out. Outside times outside. Inside times inside. Okay? Then I'm going to do, I'm back to FOIL. So now I'm going to do the outside times the outside here. So that's my O. Again, -7. Now be careful, there's a negative, this is a -4. Okay? So that's going to be -7. I'm putting them in parentheses just to keep them separate. Times -4. The square root of 2 times 7 times n.
Can't you just go like 7 times 4 instead of putting it in parentheses?
Yeah, you can. So you could put 28 or you could put this. Don't forget they're both negative. Okay. So then I'm going to do the inside here. That's my I for FOIL. And so that's going to be 5 times 5 square root of 7n times 2n. I'm running out of room, darn it. It was so beautiful. Okay, and then we're going to do the last times the last. And I'm going to have to squeeze it in here or write it below it a little bit. So that's going to be 5 times -4. Oh, this just bothers me. The square root of 7n times 7n. Oh, that just makes me really mad that I did that.
You could combine them and put it up there.
I'm going to.
Instead of 20 them.
I know, I'm just trying to do step by step and I spread it out too much. So yeah, like Miss Sally said, you didn't necessarily have to write 5 times -4. You could have put -20. Okay? So let's go back to that first term, the pink term. And we have a 7 times 5. And we can bring out a 2 because these two can escape. And so then we have -7 times 5 times 2. So that's -70. And n was left behind. So that's my first term. You okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay. In the next grouping, my blue group, I have a -7 times a -4, but nothing can escape because there's no twins. So I'm just going to multiply. -7 times -4 is 28 on the outside. And on the inside, 2 times 7 is 14 with an n sitting next to it.
Okay.
All right, and so now let's go to the green one. And in the green one, we have an n. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. I have an n and an n that can escape here. So we have the 5 times 5 that's sitting outside. The n that escapes, one of them doesn't make it. Whoops, that's an n. That's my outside. Left behind, inside is the 7 and the 2. So what we have is 25n square root of 14. Hey, John McLean. Okay, and then in that last one that I squished up on the end there, we have the 5 times -4, but look what can come out. We have a 7 and a 7, and then we have an n and an n. So we're going to do 5 times -4 times 7 times n. Whoops. So that's going to be 5 times -4 times 7. Whoa, what did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong there?
It should be -140.
Well, yes. Is that -140? 5 times 4 times 7?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I don't know why I was like, that doesn't seem right. And then there was nothing left in the jail, so that just collapses. So this is my final answer.
Okay.
Okay?
Wow.
I know. It's ugly.
Think I better do the homework so I get proficient on these for the quiz.
What other should we...
Is there a quiz?
There'll be a test at the end of this.
Oh, cool. Okay.
What others do you want from this section?
And I have a question on 5.
Okay, so let's do 5. All right, number 5 is negative root, parenthesis, negative root 3 plus 7, close parenthesis, parenthesis 4 root 3 plus 7. Okay, I'm going to do the box method, and then if you want, I can do the FOIL method too. Okay, so let's start with the box. So we need a 2 by 2 here because it's a binomial times a binomial. Wow, it's not a nice box this time, but that's okay. All right. Hi, Justin.
Hi, Justin.
And so in the first parentheses is negative root 3. Oh, Justin, this is unit 7, 4B, number 5, if you want to follow along. And then a plus 7 here. And the second parentheses is 4 root 3 and a plus 7 here. Okay, now that negative in front of the root 3 is really a negative 1, so you can make that visible if you want to help you out. Okay, so let's start with the first box. In the first box, we do outside times outside, so negative 1 times 4. Inside times inside, 3 times 3. Let's finish out this box while we're here. Let's do that. Okay, so in this box, what can come out of my radical here?
Can it be a 3?
Yeah, so 3 comes out. Waiting outside is our negative 1, our 4, and then the 3 comes out. So in this box, we actually have negative 1 times 4 times 3 is negative 12. So that's our answer for that box. So I'm doing a little different where I just get the answer in each one right away. Okay.
Okay.
Second box, top right hand corner. That 7 is on the outside, so it's really going to be negative 1 times 7 and a root 3. There's nothing that can come out of that box. There's no twins. So negative 1 times 7 is negative 7 root 3. Okay, so far? Questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Bottom left.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
And is this way is this a different way than doing the box method?
No, I'm still doing the box method. I'm just finishing out each box as I go.
Oh, okay.
Last time we did it all and then we went back and simplified.
Okay.
You can do it either way. So 7 times 4 on the outside here. Root 3 on the inside. Nobody can jailbreak. So that's just 28 root 3. Now this last one is just two numbers multiplied together on the outside. 7 times 7, which is 49.
And 49.
Right. Okay. Now this part's kind of up to you how you want to do it. Oh, I don't know why I'm moving it. You could stack and add as you go, but we can look and see what can go together here. So I'm going to look at my negative 12. Negative 12 doesn't have anything. No, it doesn't have a jail connected to it, right?
No.
So what else doesn't have a jail connected to it?
On the 49.
Right. So I'm going to do negative 12 plus 49.
And where'd the plus come from?
Oh, because it's not written there. It's understood.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So negative 12 plus 49. I put that in my calculator. And I got 37. I meant to do
Yeah.
that in pink.
I got that too.
Okay. Now I'm going to look at my other two boxes. They both have the same exact jail attached to them. They both have a root 3. So 28 root 3 minus 7 root 3. So 28 minus 7 is 21, and then just the root 3. And that's going to be my final answer.
And this box, sorry, and this way is more simpler.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I think so too. Doing it as we go, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of switched. I was like, you know what, let's just finish out the box while we're sitting here instead of going back again.
Yeah.
Okay. Holly, did you want to see that as foil, or are you okay with that one?
Oh, I got it.
Okay. Are there any others from this section you want to see? Which one, Edwin? ¿Qué número? What?
7.
Okay. All right. 7. ¿Es verdad? See?
Yeah.
Okay. -4, or parenthesis, -4 root 3 plus 2 root 2, close parenthesis, open parenthesis, -4 root 3b plus 4 root 2. Edwin, do you want to do box or foil?
Love foil.
Foil? Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to try to color code. And I'm going to try to make sure there's room this time. So let me write correctly. And I'm going to do a bunch of steps. You can combine some steps. Okay, so the first times the first. So that will be -4 times -4 on the outside. On the inside we have a 3, and then we have a 3b. So far we okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to do the outside times outside here. Okay? So I'm going to put a plus here for now. It's -4 times the 4 on the outside of the radical. Then we have a root 3, and we also have a 2 underneath the root.
But why you got 2?
From here.
As in,
Yep.
right?
You got it? So from 3 times 2, that went there.
I got it.
Okay? Now we're going to do these two inside ones. So that's going to be 2, positive 2 on the outside, times the -4 on the outside. And on the inside of this, in the first one's a 2, and then a 3b. I'm still almost running out of space. I need to learn to write smaller. Okay, what color haven't we used? Red. You okay with that blue so far?
Yep.
Okay, now we're going to do last times last. So that's going to be 2 times 4 root 2 from the first one, and there's also a 2 in the second one. So now we're going to go back and we're going to do any jailbreaks we can do and multiply anything we can multiply. So in that pink radical, the 3's can escape. So we have a -4 waiting outside, a -4 waiting outside, a 3 joins them because something happens to his pair when on his way out, and we have a b left behind under the radical. So if we were multiplying -4 times -4 times 3, that gives me 48 on the outside, and the b still on the inside. Now the green one, there's nothing that can escape in there because it's a 3 and a 2, so there's no twins. So we're just going to multiply. Negative 4 times 4 is negative 16. And on the inside, it's 3 times 2, so that's just a 6.
Okay, good.
Okay? In the next one, same thing. There's no jailbreak that can occur because there's no twins in there. So we're just going to...
So,
Yes?
so it's not twins, you need like multiply?
Yeah, you just multiply what's left.
Oh,
Okay? So on the outside here, we have 2 times negative 4, so that's negative 8. And on the inside, we have 2 times 3 times b. Well, 2 times 3 is 6, and then the b just kind of gets attached on the end. Now, in that last radical, we do have a set of twins. We have 2's that could come out. So we have the 2 that was originally out there, the 4 that was originally out there, and now here comes our escapee after he loses his twin. It's going to be positive 2 times 4 times 2. So that's a positive 16.
it's only positive 16?
Yeah, because we brought out these 2's, right? And 2 times 4 times 2 is 16. What happened to the radical? It collapses because there's nothing left. There's nobody left behind. So if there's nobody left behind, the radical disappears.
So this is the answer?
Yeah, because look, this has a root b, but there's nothing else that just has a plain old root b. It has a 6 root b. This one has a 6, but nothing has a plain old 6. This has a 6b. So there's nothing that can go together here, and so we're done.
Alright, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of ugly because it didn't come out very nicely.
A lot number.
Yeah, and not pretty numbers either.
I know.
Any others you want to see from Unit 7, Section 4B?
I think I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
Thank you.
Justin, how are you feeling about this?
Great.
Huh?
Great.
Do you hear my husband banging in the background? And poor Declan was trying to record. Oh, I should turn this